Well, hi there all, and after the pause after Easter, welcome back to this journey through Psalm 22, the Song of the Cross and the Crown. Today, I propose a game. You've probably heard of the game Two Truths and a Lie. I want to flip that. I'm going to tell you four things, and I want you to guess which one is true about me. First one, when I was growing up, I wanted to join the circus and become a clown. Second one was that I once starred as Danny Zuko in the musical Grease. Third one is that I was offered a modelling contract. And the fourth one is that I'm a massive jigsaw puzzle fan and I'm on my 4,000 piece, and you said juggle and puzzle of the year. Got an idea which one of them might be true? Well, bizarrely, all four of those are true. Kind of bizarre. Hopefully, that's a bit of an example. Those kind of games of when you discover something about somebody and it opens up a new facet of their past or their character that you never knew. I wonder if you've had those moments with people where they've just made an offhand comment and you've gone, wait a minute, there's a door I want to walk through. Tell me more about that. You could kind of describe it as re-storying someone. After the pain of the first 21 verses of this passage, in verse 22 we lean strongly into the resurrection themes that are woven through this psalm. And he says he'll declare the praises of God among, so he's not talking about heaven, among the brethren, among the congregation. He's going to be seen publicly declaring the goodness of God. And what's interesting is this phrase, declaring your name. The Hebrew thought behind that literally means to re-story someone, to tell the kind of stories that will make you always forever see that person differently. And of course the resurrection does that for us, right? The resurrection declares for us that we have a God who raises the dead. We have a Jesus whose love is stronger than death, who doesn't just say these things, who can actually do these things. The resurrection re-stories God. And when you think about that, you think about all the times in the Old Testament when God is described as the God of somebody, the God of Isaac and Jacob and Abraham. And of course that immediately puts you into their story, doesn't it? The God of David and the God of Isaiah, the fact that God's story and our story are so interwoven changes how we understand God's character and God's ways, which means that declaring God's name, it's not just singing in church, it's the story that we share. It's the way in which the story that we live shapes the way that others understand God and receive the news about God. It is cleverly interwoven. There's a film that I love called The Prestige. I don't know if anyone has seen it. A fantastic early Christopher Nolan movie. It's about two magicians who are rivals, and they are utterly obsessed with each other and utterly obsessed with understanding the methods behind each other's tricks. And at one point in the story, somebody steals the other person's notebook, which is kind of a diary, but also scraps of ideas and methods for different illusions. And they're reading through, desperately trying to find out how he does his ultimate trick. And then they get to one point in the diary, and it turns out that he's deliberately written this knowing that this person is going to steal it. And so he starts to address him personally in his own diary. It's almost like he's reclaiming the narrative, and everything shifts in our understanding of what he's been reading and of the whole film. And again, there's this interesting, excuse me, there's this interesting shift in Psalm 22 that previously, although we've had a deep insight into Jesus's personal pain, both physical, emotional, mental and spiritual, but it's been describing things that are happening to him. The narrative has caught him up, this narrative of hatred and violence and fear. In verse 22, everything changes. Suddenly we have the language of I will declare, I will restore, I will share. And there's a sense in which the resurrection reclaims the narrative. I was thinking about that this morning. The resurrection of Jesus allows us to reclaim the narrative of our own lives. Maybe you've had something happen to you, you've been swept up or caught up in another story, another narrative, and there have been things that have happened to you, or maybe been done to you, or maybe not done for you or to you in the way that you might have expected, and that has shaped your story. Well, the resurrection reminds us that we have a God who raises the dead, that there is no difficulty or darkness or despair into which his light cannot shine. And if you have a story of resurrection, what if resurrection is not just something that God wants to do to you, but wants to bring through you? What if you have a story that needs to be shared because it'll shape how somebody sees God's character and ways and heart and presence? I want to make an invitation today, a sort of a call to action. This video will be going out on YouTube. What if each of us just took 2 minutes to think about the way in which God's story has shaped our story, has restoried our lives, and just put that in a couple of sentences so that people watching this video, both now but also in months and years to come, might capture something of this is the God who raises the dead. Maybe somebody might read your comment at just the right time. Would you do that today? This video will also get shared on our church WhatsApp group, and maybe we could use that as a space as well to re-story God and to re-story our own lives in the sharing of that narrative. And then in doing that, who knows what light might yet come into places that right now feel like places of death and darkness and despair, because it's there. And then we need to reclaim the narrative, take ownership of our own stories, and declare, I will declare his name right here, right now, and forevermore.